Okay, welcome to today's Market Snapshot. We're doing a quick review of UK GDP. So British growth picked up slightly in the second quarter, according to the first estimate, 0.3% growth instead of 0.2% growth that we saw in the first quarter. Nonetheless, year over year, it's declined from 2% down to 1.7%. So there's really a slowdown taking place in the British economy right now. So obviously we want to assess what that means for the British pound. It's not just economic influences on the pound, it's obviously political as well as the outlook for monetary policy. So the pound initially jumped on this data, held above the 130 level. It's subsequently given back a lot of that gains. Overall, I think we can call what we're in now is an uptrend in the British pound against the dollar, but a downtrend against the euro. So we're going to have a look at both the pound against the euro and the pound against the dollar now and see where we stand. So this is the good old cable chart right here. As you can see, this is a daily candlestick chart. This is today's price action. So you see the initial leg higher, and then you can see the kind of dip lower, and really we're kind of unchanged at the moment. So probably what you should really expect when data comes in and meets expectations. It was the data hit as the market's expected. The pound has not really moved. I think the general state of play here is that we had a breakout, but obviously the breakout wasn't sustained. We dipped back below the breakout area. We held the 20-day moving average. We attempted another rally, and that stalled at the prior major breakout area with a kind of long-legged doji candlestick here. And so what I suspect may be about to happen is that we see another decline, perhaps down to 129.50, perhaps even lower down towards the 129 handle and the 50-day moving average before buyers really get interested again in this breakout. Strictly speaking, this is a false breakout of a fairly significant level, and this potentially could be a selling opportunity to more aggressive traders. But to my standpoint, the uptrend is still in place for the British pound. If we pull out to the weekly chart, we can see here that we've broken out of a base, and when we just as quickly as 2 weeks ago made that breakout, we consolidated, dipped lower last week, and now it's just a matter of whether that consolidation, in my mind, heads lower into this bullish weekly engulfing candlestick before continuing the uptrend, or whether it just continues from now. Slightly different picture, a very different picture really, when you look at the pound against the euro. The euro's been on fire, and so we've just hit the 90 level as of a few days ago in the euro pound pair, and that's a big round number. And so after such a long set of gains in the context of what is historically a very significant level, you can see that there, the 90 level. We could be in for a deeper pullback. Now, this had a bullish engulfing weekly candlestick that took us up to the 90 level. I suspect that we could be in for a scenario in which we give up about half of those gains, and that would take us down to the 88.50 level and this weekly high here, which you can see slightly better in the daily chart. So that is to look to be a seller in this area would be counter trend, and it certainly has its risks. But you have to juxtapose that against the fact that we've just hit a fairly significant round number. So at the moment we have an inside day pattern. We had a bearish engulfing daily candle. We had an inside day following that. If we have a continuation of this drop through the inside day, that could point to lower prices from here. So if you're a buyer of the pound, it looks like perhaps the euro pound could be the one to go for. If you're fearful that maybe the pound has further to slip, I suspect actually maybe the pound against the dollar could be the one. So that's it for today's Market Snapshot. We're looking at the pound in response to that UK GDP data. Quite a different outlook for both the pound against the euro and pound against the dollar. Obviously, we have the Fed meeting later today. That's certainly going to have its impact on the pound against the dollar as well. But I hope this information was useful. And if you did like this video, please subscribe to LCG on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.